You make it away unscathed for now. Do you regroup? Do you all just scatter home?
I
What are you
think
gonna
we
do?
probably regroup.
Yeah,
Windy
I think back at
House.
the yeah.
Wendy House.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh no, this is perfect.
Oh no.
Oh no, comma, this is
It's
perfect is
perfect.
terrible.
No, okay, no, no, no,
Everybody
no,
be
no, no, no,
scared.
no, 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 because we can make use of the rules. Because the
I
rules
love it when you
say,
do that.
because the rules say that if you have a condition, yes, you can clear it with your anchor, but if you have a heart-to-heart with one other kid in your hideout, then you can clear a condition.
Excellent. I
Oh,
love it.
Oh,
Who's
Excellent.
got
very good.
conditions?
Two of you
you.
got conditions.
Not
I have
me.
2, but who else has a condition?
I have a condition.
Conditions.
I have I think it was upset.
Okay, right. We'll figure out how to make it happen organically, Fiona, but
Okay.
if I can clear at least one condition and you can you clear
Well,
all of them or do you just clear
I
one?
think it's one.
I believe you clear one. Let
That's
me double
fine.
check.
I'd rather just have one condition
Yeah.
than 2.
You heal
I think
all conditions.
Wow.
oh,
Your
Hmm.
That is
anchor heals all
wild.
conditions, and so
That
does a
is
hideout.
what that is
Get
wildly
you.
overpowered.
power of friendship.
Right.
Shit. Yeah. Together.
Get you reading the rules. Swap.
Look, if there's one thing I'm gonna do is if I have to suffer with a negative buff, I'm gonna know how to undo that negative buff.
That's super smart. Okay. So yes, you're gonna head to the Wendy house.
So I'll be there first, I think. So I will have and then by the time you come back out, you can see I'm taking stuff out of my secret cupboard and putting it back and go, oh, you guys made it! Oh, thank God! I was okay. I almost did a very bad thing, but just in case, I might go to ground for a little bit and just like pulling more stuff out, and it's just rubbish. It's not like there's a couple of the crackle bombs, etc., but it's like bits of like makeup, bits of like things. I'm just like, maybe I have to go with a different name or something. But oh, I'm just so glad you guys are okay.
What are you talking about? What?
No, I almost did another fire, and I don't want to ever go to that place again.
Another fire.
Yes, I told Becky all about it. Like I was gonna sacrifice my life as an adult to go away forever just to make sure that Becky got out with Moo Moo and stuff like that. And then and I was so busy intently making sure the fire would work because it's very important to get the kindling right, otherwise it just goes out. And I made it quite big, and now I will never be allowed back in that cul-de-sac again.
That's probably for the best, Kimberly.
I mean, it's a pretty rubbish cul-de-sac, to be honest. So it's not like we want to go back there, and it's not like me and Jesse can go back either because Dr. Raff caught us. So
What?
yeah.
And he called the police.
Oh my
So, considering that he's a teacher and can probably find out our names really well,
I'm too young to go to proper jail.
you won't go to
Well,
jail, Kimberly.
He didn't see you. You're okay. He didn't see you. He didn't see Becky. It's fine.
No, you don't understand it. I'm accomplice to a crime. I'm pointing at Jesse.
Jesse
got
told
the
me you got the keys. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know fingerprints are a thing, but I saw it on a sci-fi thing where they can get your fingerprints on stuff.
Kimberly. And I put I kind of like put a reassuring hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be okay. All right.
Okay.
The worst that's gonna happen is we'll get in trouble at school. He's not gonna call the police.
Oh no.
His house looks
Yep.
like a conspiratory nightmare.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Like if I'd go, sorry, you go.
If Becky's arrived as well, I take it everyone's there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been pretty quiet throughout this whole thing. But I think that she will interrupt during that and just say, "He did see me."
He saw you?
Yep.
How? You were out of the house before you did. When?
I was out of the house and I hid in the garden. And then because you guys ran out, he tried to follow you out the front door as I was coming around the corner. So he saw me. But he didn't see Moo, I don't think. Just me.
We're toast. We're done.
It's fine.
He didn't look... He didn't look angry. He looked defeated.
Well, he sure looked angry when he was screaming in my face. He is a monster. He is the worst kind of person who screams at children. Who is so obsessed with whatever is going on that nothing else is important. He's an absolute butthead. Like, he is the worst kind of person. And honestly, I kind of wanted the police to show up and look at his place and like take him away so we don't have to deal with him at school. But that's a problem for later because look at Moo Moo. Moo Moo needs to eat.
Sometimes when people get in a difficult headspace, Annabeth, that's how their places end up looking like that. It doesn't make them bad people. And if I'd have snuck in, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Oh, really? You're going to start that now?
Should I not?
There is a time and a place. If you want to be treated like one of the big kids, then you have to act like a big kid and stop being petulant. We all have to take turns in things. And I'm sorry you didn't get to do it the way that you wanted to do it. I've been trying to encourage you wherever I can, but I didn't want you to get caught. I don't want you to get in trouble with Mum. I don't want you to get in trouble with your dad. I can take it. Can you take it? Can you handle the consequences?
Is that what you call Lightless? Handling the consequences?
The consequences haven't come yet, but I know I can stand through it.
Look, it's gone wonky, okay? And Becky, Annabeth's not trying to baby you. Annabeth, it's a lot. It's a lot. We need to feed Mumu. I got what was on that tape, and we can find out whatever it is that Raph knows about the hole in the sky and whatever else. But for now, Mumu.
Mumu needs to eat neodymium. I read the last transcript. We just have to go to the harbor.
Okay, then we go to the harbor.
Do we want to go now?
I need a minute. And Annabeth walks outside. Clear your conditions, lads. I'm keeping mine. Clear your conditions.
I'll look to Jessie and I'll be like, sort of like.
I think Becky has completely shut down. She's just in the corner scribbling. Like, she's not drawing anything. She's just scribbling her pencil from side to side on her notepad. And she's just not looking or talking to anyone.
I can go talk to one of them if you want to talk to the other one. but you get priority because I know I'm all right at talking, but do you need me to talk to you? I should now think about it. I realize there's a lot of pressure on you when we got like 3 cats running around and you're sort of you pick up the pieces, Jessie. Tell me what to do, Jessie.
I think you say that and Jessie just like fully covers her face with her hands for a second and just breathes. if you could talk to if you could talk to Becky just
Yep.
first. I'm gonna talk to Annabeth.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Kim.
It's a
Jesse
weird
will
vibe
walk-
today.
Walk up. Annabeth.
I will quickly. So I see Becky sort of scribbling, and I'm like, So, a review. I actually think you would make a really good girl guide, because the big thing about girl guides isn't setting fires or making messes. It's sticking to the plan, and you really helped me when I was thinking of. I thought gardening was boring, but actually it was the best part of it. I mean, not allowed back in that cul-de-sac, but thank you.
I love Kimberly with everything I have. Like, truly.
Look, I know it feels tense in here, but look, you stood up for yourself. I'm proud of you. You can be my striker any day.
She is like scribbling with her pencil, and then she stops, and takes like a very shaky breath. Like, I think you would probably be able to tell that she's trying really hard not to cry.
Yeah.
And then she says, I know she's trying to protect me, but she's so bullheaded and mission focused, and she doesn't think as much as she thinks that she thinks.
You've hit the nail on the head.
And then I think she would turn to you and she would say, Dr. Raff's house, it looked like how my house looked after Mum died for a while. But Annabeth wouldn't know that. It's not fair of me to think that she would know.
No. And I will, if you're scribbling or anything like that, I'll like put a hand on you. That no, I get it. Like, sometimes big feelings come up here and here. Like, she motions to her chest and head. And sometimes it's very hard to focus on organization and structure because you feel the big feelings. And like, I don't wish to pry about you or Dr. Raff, but it's okay. But some people don't understand that, and they don't feel it or see it because it doesn't happen to them. And gosh, that's amazing if that doesn't happen to them, but it might do. But don't. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's sometimes hard to make people see these things. But you did the right thing, and maybe we could be more kind in general. I do regret not setting fire to something, but it was a kind thing not to do. So, we be kinder, because kindness is a free action.
I think Becky says, was also kind of you to say that you would pick me as your striker.
Oh, of course.
Considering how bad I was at Campbell.
No, I mean, there's only one camp ball, and I will win that every time. That's a different game. Okay? But you better be careful, because if you are the striker, you never know who else is going to come and get you. No, You're good.
I
Just take a moment, okay? Just Jesse and Annabeth, they're going to be out there, they're going to be talking, and they're going to do their own team huddle. We're doing our team huddle, and then we'll come together for the big team huddle. And we'll save Moo, score the goals, chips for tea.
chips for tea.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Man, I should do
I
this
think
more
she'll
often.
just like, with your permission, just hug you.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
but just it's like one of those like big, like out of the blue hugs that you probably weren't expecting.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, again, it's interesting because Kimberly doesn't have younger siblings at all. She's always the youngest. So having this interaction is actually very nice for her. She's, yeah, it's all right. I am here as long as you need. I do smell of vinegar. I'm very aware of that.
It's okay. It's a nice smell. I like vinegar.
Me too. And yeah, just hold you as long as you need.
How far away has Annabeth gone from the Windy House?
We're sticking with the conditions, so I think I've gone towards the ocean. Like, if we're not inside the hideout, it doesn't work. So I'm going all the way to the edge, baby.
Lord.
I'm sitting there and I'm just like throwing rocks in the ocean.
Jesse will come up behind you, not trying to sneak in any way, just making it very clear that she's coming up behind you. It didn't go great today. That's an understatement, I know.
That's an understatement. Yeah. It didn't go great. It never goes great. And I tell you what, I'm fed up and I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in Great Yarmouth. I don't want to be in England. I just want to leave. Because it never goes great. And nobody listens to me. And everything is my fault. And I've had enough. I want to leave. And I know that you want to leave too. And we're so close to getting out. You can go and make your music. And I can go and I can write anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be here. And that Dr. Raff is going to tank my opportunity to get the free tuition to go to university, because I can go to university anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be here.
Annabeth. Jesse will sit down next to you. Listen, I'm thinking about it. What's Dr. Raff gonna say? No,
He's already speaking to the deputy head about us.
Yeah, but he can't talk about what he actually wants to talk about. He can't say this stuff. No one's gonna believe him. Like, it's not over completely.
In my experience, adults are very good about lying about what children have done. If he tells a convincing enough lie, that's it.
Listen. I think that Dr. Raff is a guy who's like really far out of his depth and he's like drowning and not coming up for air anytime soon. And that could work in our favor. You know, it's like you said, his place was a mess. He is a mess right now. And, you know, as good as they are about lying, I think Dr. Raff is not making a whole lot of friends where he is right now. I don't think he's gonna have a lot of people on his side, especially when it comes to you. Like, you're honor roll. Like, you're doing great in school. No one's gonna believe that you snuck into his house or whatever it is that he wants to say. You're gonna be golden.
Yeah, but I don't want you to get in trouble. And
No.
now Becky's involved in the mix. And I don't want Becky to get in trouble.
Listen, I think Becky, you know, she's a spunky little kid. She can handle herself.
I know she can. And I've been arguing with my mum constantly to prove that she can. But if she gets caught, then that undermines weeks' worth of work. I've been trying ever since Easter, because Mum didn't want to let Becky come. And I made sure, and I keep making sure, that everybody knows that Becky can do this, but Becky needs to stay out of trouble so that way, when she's just a little bit older, I don't have to worry when I'm gone, because I'm leaving this place as soon as I can, that she doesn't need me to stick up for her or lie for her, because everyone will see what I see, that she's capable. But then she goes and pitches a fit. And maybe I'm doubting whether I was right.
I don't think it's gonna come down to who's right here. I think you're both right in your own way. Like, yeah, I think maybe you're a little harsh, but I kind of understood where you were coming from. And I think Becky didn't want to hear it, and I understood where she was coming from too. Like, it's not anyone's fault what happened in there, but both of you are gonna kind of have to meet in the middle somewhere. Especially if we're gonna make this whole thing with Mumu work. We can't like have this split up now. And yeah, I want to get out of here, but I can't think about that right now. Like, a lot of shit's crumbling. a lot of stuff's crumbling around me, Annabeth, and this is the thing that works. And I don't want to lose this. So we have to stick together.
You're right. You're right. And I'm sorry things are tough. I see, but I know you don't like to talk about it, so I'm not saying anything unless you want me to talk about it. This works. And I don't know, I'm not feeling myself, and lately I wonder, is it because it's my own feelings? Is it Mumu's feelings? Since Easter, there's been so much going on inside my head. And I don't know whether it's just because that's what being 15 is, or whether it's because I have a telepathic link with an alien creature. But I am angry and tired and scared. And if I'm feeling that, I don't know what you're feeling, but it has to be something similar, right?
I'd say it's similar, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'm like Mumu and I just need to eat. We could probably stop at Kimberly's for some chips afterwards.
Chips would be good.
Chips would be like so good. We haven't eaten since lunch. And it's like kind of dinner time, right? Do you think we could get some chips on the way to the harbour? Or are we? Is that a stretch?
No, it might be a good shout. Maybe
I've got some pocket money left. I'll get more pocket money before I buy Kimberly sweets. It's fine. Okay. Thanks,
Hey.
Jesse.
Yeah, and I don't talk a lot about stuff. Just I don't. It's hard for me sometimes with words, but if you're feeling stuff that's not great, you can talk to me. You can talk to us, and I can try and talk to you.
The others aren't in a place where they'll understand yet. And things have been a little bit weird between us, so. But it's fine. It's fine. We should chips.
Yeah, chips.
Let's go get some chips.
Mhm.
And Annabeth walks not away from Jesse, but like walks to the Wendy house and opens the door and goes, I'm buying chips, grab Moo, we're going to the harbour.
Excellent. Okay. I'll make sure we get the friends discount. Whew.
A blessing. Thank you, Kimberly.
Extra pickle eggs for me.
I just and Annabeth begins counting her money, and trying to figure out how how she can be the most efficient with Kimberly, who has memorized the friends rate.
You all go back into the Wendy house. Tensions have been cleared. You've cleared all your conditions. You're all friends again.
Oh.
You're all sort of on the same page. You're heading to the Magnetrine Harbour. Anything you'd like to do first?
Can we listen to the tape?
You can absolutely listen to the tape.
I didn't have Jesse record these tapes for no reason. We should probably listen to them.
Right?
We need to get something out of that visit with Dr. Raff that is not mayhem.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
going to say,
we
you got
need
plenty.
Like, we need something that's not just Dr. Raff yelling at us. I'll never forgive him ever for this, by the way.
All right. So you rewind that tape all the way to the beginning and you begin to listen through. And what you have there is Dr. Raff's dictated notes. And as you listen, you realize that this is the beginning of this tape is years old. He is clearly the kind of person who has one tape for recording his notes and will occasionally go back and re-record and change things and tape over things. So it's a bit of a mishmash to begin with.
Yeah.
He's a scientist. He's not a very organized kind of guy. That is definitely something that you get, that he has this passion and he has this unbridled energy for the studies that he's doing, but not a lot of capacity to rein himself in and focus. That is definitely a vibe that you get listening to this chopping, changing, over-recording, varied stream of consciousness that you get from him. And it becomes very quickly clear that you're listening to years of research back from when he first started working at the Loop. And what you learn that he's been working on, he's been focused in on studying the magnetrine effect and the kind of implications that that can have in varied other industries around the sciences. But he's been working very, very hard. He feels like he's been unlocking secrets that other people have not, and he feels very hard done by that he lacks recognition for that. You hear him discuss one of his co-workers who was awarded a Nobel Prize, and it's a very bitter diatribe. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of resentment. You also hear in the background quite a lot references to and the voice of Dr. Peter Alexander. He is around as Dr. Raff is making these notes. Sometimes he is talked to, sometimes you hear him saying, Daniel, put that down. A lot of their relationship is on show, and you can tell that they were very close for a while. At some point, Dr. Alexander's voice disappears from the tapes, and there is a definite shift in mood from Dr. Raff. Even more focus, even more bitterness, but seemingly this bitterness and anger turned inward to himself, starts to beating himself up and blaming himself. And a lot of self-talk involving trying to motivate himself, but in a denigrating way, to try and get himself to achieve more. He does talk about an instance where people working at the labs were intrigued when the magnetrine effect was found to fluctuate wildly under very specific outside influences. He says, well, with further study, we found that the effect isn't fluctuating in power, but it's actually being sapped. The power is going elsewhere when it is extended into extra-dimensional spaces. And he starts working furiously on ways to prove this theory is correct. He's incredibly excited. There's a lift in his mood as he starts talking about this project in particular, because he's starting to think about tunneling into other areas of space and other realities. This is what he has been working on sort of recently, right before his expulsion from the loop. You hear him chafe against the management, against MAF in particular, who are worried about larger safety ramifications, and eventually they move to shut him down. And it is that rebellion that sparks the experiment that you all witnessed the other night. In spring, I should say, not the other night. He talks about redirecting power from the loop, focusing it on a central point, and watching to see if what he thinks will happen will happen. The latest entry, before the one that you found, is the first time in a long time he's directly referenced Dr. Alexander. He says, Peter, if you're hearing this, I've been successful. I've located the egg. I've uncovered all its secrets. I know that you thought I was too harsh in my methods and too focused on what you call bizarre possibilities of quantum tunneling, but I just know I'm going to solve this. I do owe you a debt for the information that you've leaked to me, but I'm determined to complete this work myself now. I won't need any more insider knowledge from you. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to reap my just rewards. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh no.
Jail. His reward should be jail.
No, I am team redemption arc for that Dr. Raph.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
No.
Yes. We're gonna redeem. We gotta get him back together with his boyfriend. That's what we need to do.
Look, okay, it is Pride Month, and we do have a responsibility to reunite the gays. However,
It is Pride Month.
have we
As we
considered the fact that I don't like him?
I'd also say this stinks a little bit of Parent Trap, which is not necessarily a good thing either. About putting people back who don't necessarily.
Look,
but it worked out in that movie.
Did it though?
It didn't.
I've never seen that movie,
No.
so I can't comment. But also, Dr. Alexander can do better and should do better than a grumpy old man who yells at kids.
I mean, to be fair, we were inside his house.
Yeah.
Like it was partially
He's had it out for us.
He
So,
did.
like, we've done absolutely nothing, and he's trying to tank our
That's
school
not
career.
true that we did nothing. Like we did something. Like was it that bad? Maybe, but like it wasn't nothing. Is the point.
Who's to
Jesse.
say?
And I pick up Moo and I hold Moo out to Jesse so Jesse can see Moo in my hands. You're telling me that keeping this precious creature safe is a bad thing.
That's not what I mean. I'm specifically referencing to today when we broke into his house. Like that is the bad thing.
Technically, you didn't break in.
Kimberly,
It wasn't a break-in if we had the keys. Kimberly's right.
Just take
Kimberly stole his keys. Like it is like several things. You know, I'm not gonna go over this again. I feel
It's
like
a
we all
crime
understand.
and you are complicit.
Look, what do we do now, though? Like, we've got this information. We clearly he's about to do something terrible.
Or desperate.
What can he do? Like, he doesn't have access to any of his science equipment, so he's going to do one of two things. Nothing, which is what he's been doing, and he's just going to continue harassing us until either we turn over Moo or we can convince him to leave us alone, or he's going to break back into the loop. And if he breaks back into the loop, Jesse's dad is going to kick his butt. So
I don't know if it's my dad specifically.
What if we can convince him to help us?
So GM.
Yeah.
Is there, listening to the tape and with what Becky said about maybe forgiving Dr. Raff, is there a way to potentially empathize with the tape and see if we could maybe like figure out if we can forgive?
Get a
Get
read
more
on
redemption
his potential.
in him.
Yes. Yes,
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
I
No.
love that. Yeah. Yeah,
Jesse, no.
give me an empathized roll.
Okay. So that's my mind, which is 3, and my empathize, which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you've done this.
Don't forget, technically, you can use your iconic item.
Yes, use
Yes.
your boombox to record it.
7 die.
With those little equalizer settings.
You know, life hates me sometimes.
No.
No.
I empathize with this. I empathize with this.
It's not like it's not the dice either. He's just irredeemable. And
No,
we shouldn't be wasting our time on
I
this.
refuse to. I'm gonna roll again. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna roll again. It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
what condition?
It's
Injured, exhausted.
exhausted.
Injured, exhausted, scared, and
makes
upset.
sense,
Yeah. Today is too long.
Man, you're
Maybe
exhausted.
scared of Annabeth's glare that she's currently giving you.
No, Ren, no. No. Ren, no.
You didn't talk to your dice earlier, did you?
I forgot to. Please work. Please work.
You got luck.
Use luck.
I do
He's
have luck, but
irredeemable. I was right.
No,
it doesn't have to be. I just didn't think I would use luck now for this.
Now, when if not now, when?
Sometimes you just invested in things
Later, when we're at the harbour and we need it.
When
It's
does
fine.
it matter?
I'll.
You're just gonna waltz into the harbour. Don't worry about it.
1. There's
One success. Okay.
Fantastic.
It cost
So
me so
you-
much. It cost me so much.
Did
Was it worth it? Right? Was this worth it?
Maybe.
How
maybe,
much
maybe,
would you
maybe,
die
maybe.
if I was just like, no, Taylor's right. He's absolutely amazing. No.
Oh,
this
he's
to me.
so smart.
please,
would do
with
this
that
to me.
sacrifice, please.
Mhm. You are an empathetic person. You are an emotional person, and you can hear. This is his scientific log. This is his journal of rationality and seeking purpose and seeking reason. But for all of his scientific abilities, you can tell, all of you can very easily tell by listening, that he is a very emotional man. He is going through a lot during the process of recording all of these notes. It's a roller coaster that you're listening to. He's elated when things go right. He's depressed when things go wrong. There's no middle ground. He feels everything very, very intensely. And through it all, you can pick up on this thread. You can hear this undercurrent of a desperate need to win. He needs a win. He's been through so much, and if he could just gain some recognition, one breakthrough to prove that all of this sacrifice has been worth it, that's what's driving him. And it may be unpalatable and it may be a difficult process, but if you can appeal to that emotion and possibly also the logic of science as well, maybe you could get him on side.
I think recognizing that Jesse is going to look to Annabeth. I'm not sure if... I know you probably never want to talk to this guy again, but it might be worth it. Like Becky said, he knows a whole lot more about this than us, and I don't know, listening to him there, it sounds like it might be worth maybe giving him another shot.
Well, I mean, if his ex-boyfriend can say, "Call me, I miss you," maybe there's something redeemable in him. It might just take me a minute to see it.
I'm not gonna rush you.
Maybe we should just see what we manage without him first and have it as a backup plan.
Yeah, I like that. We're pretty smart, you know. So maybe we won't need a disgraced loop scientist in our friendship group after all.
That's helpful. That's helpful.
I don't know about friends. I just mean making him not our enemy. Like he was gonna call the police on us.
Look, I still think we should have called the police on him, but also maybe that was a bit too far.
I think we all did some things, said some things we didn't mean. Okay.
Kimberly.
I said nothing. I've been listening patiently.
You know what?
Leave Kimberly out of this.
Kimberly
have a
stole a
guilty
man's
face.
keys. I can't leave her out of anything.
No,
Anyway.
No,
And you're complicit.
What do we want to do now, though? Do we want to still go to the harbour?
Becky's eyes kind of momentarily light up at the idea, but she just doesn't try to make it obvious.
Okay, first we get chips and then we go to the harbour because Mumu needs to eat.
And so
We
do you.
But so does
We
Mumu.
need to eat too.
All right.
I take
Right.
us to Kimberly's family's chip shop.
To the chip shop!
To the chip
Right.
shop.
This is the most
Chips for
important
everybody.
location that we will go to this summer.
Yes, please set the scene. I imagine you go there quite a bit this summer. So Kimberly's parents are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hey everybody! It's just
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
hi.
Hi. It's just the usuals.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
4 chips. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, can we get another thing of chips, please, for Becky's dad?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, Josie, what scraps?
Thank you.
Okay, Becky
I look at
cannot
Becky.
Becky cannot hide the elation on her face this time. Like she's so used to just absolute nothing, and also trying to hide the way she feels about her dad as well. Like she has a very complicated relationship with her dad, but she does hero worship him ever so slightly. So normally she tries to tamp down on that because she doesn't want to upset Annabeth. But I think that this time, seeing Annabeth actually get chips and it's not just all about the getting the neodymium and going is enough for her to actually get kind of excited. And then when they hand the chips out, she grabs some ketchup and she starts squodging it all over the chips, and she's like, "He loves ketchup," and then she squodges it over her own as well because really her and her dad have a lot of similarities in a lot of things. So
Excellent use
Jessie
of the verb
is-
squodge.
squodge.
That is a good
Mhm.
word,
Is
yeah.
there
Very
any other way
British.
to describe the application of ketchup upon food than squodge? I
Think of one.
I mean,
No,
I have
I
now
don't think
learned
there is.
this word today.
squodging ketchup.
Uh, Jessie is extra vinegaring. Placing extra vinegar on Kim's chips.
No, vinegar me up. That sounds good.
God.
Pump it.
And we're done.
Jesse's just watching this soup form in the it's
Basically,
like,
a sour
Just a
pool
water full of
with little
vinegar.
chips, like icebergs.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's awful.
Chips acquired. Vinegar smell re-upped.
Oh god.
You head down to Great Yarmouth Harbour. Now, Great Yarmouth Harbour in the world of Tales from the Loop 1988 is both a regular harbour, a shipping harbour, and a magnetine freighter harbour. The local council, in a strange and bizarre and prescient move, decided that as soon as the magnetine effects had been discovered, that this was going to be something they were going to cash in on. They started investing early. They invested hard. They refurbished the entire outer harbour to accommodate magnetine freighters, and Great Yarmouth is now a central hub, at least in the south of the UK, for shipping. And it was partly because of that investment and that expertise that the loop was chosen to be built here in the first place. So you know this area pretty well, Becky. You've been here a few times before, and you recognize the sounds and the smells and the sights as you arrive. You approach the main gate and you see Richard, the security guard, in his little what do you call it? Like his little booth. That's the word.
Yeah.
And sitting alongside him with his paws up on the counter is Zach, the Doberman Pinscher. And he is watching, and he sees you approach and gives you a ruff, ruff, ruff. Hops down, comes to investigate, and immediately begins wagging his tail because he knows you, because he can smell chips, and he makes a move towards you, Annabeth, and begins to give you a fairly thorough sniffing, moving towards your backpack and very interested in an unusual scent that he can pick up there.
I guess Becky, realizing that I'm guessing that Moo Moo is in Annabeth's backpack right now.
Yeah.
Will use a tactic that I think Becky has used a couple of times. It's been quite a while since she's been here to meet her dad, I think, because normally her time is dominated with Moo Moo and Annabeth and her friends. But she has been here before. She knows Rich, the security guard, and Zach. So she has definitely ordered a sausage when we were back up at the fish and chip shop, and she immediately sets to giving Zach all the fuss, and she's like, "Hey, I missed you," and just like giving a load of fuss. And then upon seeing that Zach's attention is starting to go elsewhere, employs Operation Distraction Force Sausage Edition. And
Amazing.
reveal
the
goods. Stop breaking off bits of sausage. Incredible dog impression.
I do, ladies and gentlemen, I do dogs. I do alien creatures. There's nothing I can't do. Every male NPC somehow sounds a bit like this. Not sure why, but they do. So Rich says in that voice, "All right, Becky, how you doing? Not seeing you around." I warned you. This is a classic Norfolk accent.
Made it funnier.
It's a classic Norfolk accent. I'll have you know. I say, all right, don't eat too much of that, Zach. You'll nothing will happen. It's a sausage. You just be spoilt rotten. How you doing, little kids? You good to see you, Dad?
Hi, Rich.
Hi, you all right? Been busy?
Yeah, we just had school. We just come from school. We came straight from school. And we're here to see my dad.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it's about knocking off time for him. He's down the South Harbour. Just be careful, all right? There's not much going on this time of day, but it's not really
my
a
way
place.
Around, Rich.
It's not really a place for kids. I'm not going to keep you from going in, but just watch out so I don't get in trouble. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Cheers. All right. Bye. Zach has scarfed up the sausage and resumed his post, looking for where his next treat has come from. You have served your purpose.
Sounds about right.
Dogs. So you make your way through the gate. And you know, Becky, from having been here, that the building immediately on your right is a series of warehouses. And if you take a right turn and walk along the front of that series of warehouses so that you're walking parallel to the main road, you will head towards the South Harbour. And that is where you will find the area where ships that are being refurbished, repaired, processed, engineer changes are being made to them. That is where you will find them. That is where you will find your dad. It is about that time for a shift change, so there's a lot of people milling about, some people coming, some people going. You garner a few looks because you have 4 children wandering through what is essentially an industrial workplace. But I think most of them recognize you, and you get like, "Hey, it's Becky. Hey, how you doing?" Give me a charm roll.
Yes.
We'll just make sure this is all above board.
Charm is not my forte.
How can that be true?
I don't know. Actually, it's. I think it's to do with the skills that I put in the beginning when I create the character.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, I do have a success though.
Just the one? Okay.
Just the one. Yeah, I rolled 2 dice, so I
was gonna say it's
50-50.
Yeah, that's a great return. Yeah, so you're wandering around with your fairy wings on, presumably.
Absolutely.
Very charming.
I think that Becky knows. I feel like Becky knew she was coming here. She knows that to navigate this space and not be questioned, you have to be cute. And everyone here is kind of finishing up their day. So at the end of the day, you're in a good mood. Your mood is already uplifted because the hard work is behind you. So now you just need that one extra thing to see. That's just that she's just like waving at everyone, giving them her biggest smiles and her cutest jokes, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a bit of banter with some of the people walking past, and they know you. They recognize that you're probably on your way to see your dad. Your dad's name genuinely Kevin?
Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin. Yeah.
I thought I heard that earlier, and I was like, no, surely not. Yes, Kevin.
Yep. Call him Kevin.
Why wouldn't you? They know that you're on your way to see Kevin, and they see you bringing chips, and they start making those like really hilarious jokes. Oh, he doesn't need any more chips. I'll have him. Give him here. I'll have to find a good home for him. Pass him here.
Snatches them back and like their tongue out.
Yeah, he's down there. He's hardly working. He'll be happy for a break. I think he's about to knock off.
When is he ever working?
Cringe. But they love it.
Cringe.
They lap it up. And so you just pass through. The chip fairy is here with her friends, and you are given passage through the dungeon of the Magnetrine Harbour. So you make your way down past this row of warehouses, and you come to the end of this long line of warehouses. This is where like freight storage is, and deliveries ready to be processed. And also a lot of admin work goes on in here. So there's like a couple of offices, there's a lot of paperwork stored there, and a couple of computer systems. As you reach the end of that row, the harbour sort of opens up a bit, and you see 2 things simultaneously. Directly in front of you, you see a massive Magnetrine freighter. This is a ship about 100 meters long, and you see on the side of its hull painted the name Kara Eliza. Now, you've been paying attention to what your dad's been saying lately. You've been trying to connect a bit more and asking him about his work more. So you would know that this is the ship that he is currently working on. This is a large ship coming in for basically a complete overhaul. It's fairly old. It's been working hard. Some of its pieces are like rough and worn, and some are falling apart. This is what he's currently working on. You know that you'll be able to find him there. You can see from this vantage point, there are hatches, there are gangplanks, there are people coming and going, people clocking on, people clocking off. Excuse me. The other thing you see is immediately to your right, there is another road that connects the road you've been walking down with the main road. And as you look, the wide chain link gate sort of rolls back, and a lorry pulls in, parks up, and a gentleman gets out, like just a regular delivery guy, kind of balding head, beard guy, mopping sweat from his brow. It's a hot day. Been a long day, clearly. And he rolls down the back of the truck, gets his little trolley that they move pallets with, and begins unloading something directly into the warehouse at the end of the row. Annabeth has the highest investigation score.
That's my.
And
Does this lorry say anything on the side, or is it just like something that's happening?
it does. It says Regis. There is a massive Regis logo on the side of this van. So as soon as that catches your eye, I would like for you to make me an investigation roll, please.
I got 3 successes.
Yes, let's go.
I'm gonna
That's
know everything.
The second
Annabeth
time,
and Jesse really have swapped vibes.
We don't have to talk about it. This is fine.
This is the second time this season you've made an investigate roll and got 3 successes. That's
Look,
wild.
I want to know everything.
Everything.
Literally, I have like 8 dice for investigate, and that's just like my flat because I'm 15, so I've got 5 in mind, and I've got 3 for investigate because I'm a bookworm.
There you go.
So like I'm starting off strong. I should be good at this, and I am.
You
And
are.
so,
You know what it's about. All right, so that gives you 2, 3, 4 questions.
So I'm looking for the neodymium rods. So I want to know where is it?
Where is it? Where is the neodymium? On the ship, on the Magnetrine freighter.
Okay,
You
so
don't see what you see is just pallets being unloaded.
Okay.
This guy is just pulling them out, pushing them into the warehouse. He's not finding a nook for them. He's not organizing them. He's just dumping them in the first obvious space. So where is it? Right in the middle of this warehouse floor.
Okay, right. So in that case, if that doesn't tell me what's in the pallets, what is
Another
hidden
question.
here?
There you
And
go. You
where
need
is
another
it?
question for that. What you can see are rows upon rows filling these pallets of large gray plastic cases. They are probably about the size, probably about the size of a VHS tape, maybe a bit bigger, thick and bulky. And you recognize them as battery packs.
They're Moo ready meals.
I don't know what you're talking about. They are battery packs.
No.
This is a known export of the loop reactor, because they generate so much energy. Initially, it goes to the reactor, to the loop itself to generate their experiments. A surplus goes to the grid and Great Yarmouth, and extra is shipped off to industry, and people put a lot of weight in them. They're very high capacity. They carry a lot of voltage.
Perfect. What threats can I perceive here?
What threat?
What threats can I perceive here?
The delivery driver. He's the most threatening person you can see. Like, this is an old, tired
delivery driver.
An angry, tired, fed up, hot and sweaty man who just wants to go home, crack a beer.
No.
There's probably football on somewhere and he's not watching it, and that annoys him. That's the worst threat you have to deal with right now.
Okay, right. Okay, this is fine. We could deal with this. And finally, so he's just throwing these crates in the middle of the warehouse. Then I would like to know, how can I get out of past something? Because like if we wanted to get to those pallets. Yeah.
So there is the main door that he's going through, a big double door which has been opened, like thrown open wide. He's going in and out of it. He's taking a bit of time to get the pallets off the back of the truck, but he's going in and out of it, and it is wide open. The other entrance / exit is on the same side of the warehouse that you have walked down. So say you've been heading south, that is like the west, never eat shredded wheat, west side of the building. I have to do it every time. And he is currently going in like the south entrance. So on the west side of the building, there is one of those garage doors that you pull up like a roller door on a chain.
Mhm.
And that has been wedged open a little bit. So there is a bit of a gap between the bottom of the garage door and the floor, like maybe sort of half a meter, a little bit less.
Okay. I have a plan forming.
You shock me.
This is a great plan. This is a good plan, and this is definitely gonna work.
Definitely gonna work.
It's definitely gonna work. So are we at where we're supposed to be meeting Becky's dad yet, or have we still got walking time?
A little bit of walking time, yeah. As you're standing there, you're being passed by a bunch of people, and somebody stops and says, "Ah, Becky," and has that again the same conversation, the exact same jokes about him hardly working and finding a better home for the chips. He turns and he points to the Clara Eliza and says, "Your dad's just knocking off." And as you look, you can see him sort of appear out of a hatch. He's dusting off his hands. He's free of tools. He's ready to finish for the day. He hasn't spotted you yet, but he's going to make his way down to platform level, where you basically are.
Okay. Annabeth is gonna stop and tie her shoe. And just be like,
You're gonna
"Hey,
need to stop Becky from running over there.
she's like, Becky, can you just wait a second? I just need to do my shoe. Can you come back?"
She's like had been in the middle of this chat and she had been just about to call out. And then hearing you, she just goes, thanks. We'll wait for him down here. And then runs back over. And kind of like kneels down while you're at shoe level. Like kneels down with you.
Okay. So you see that lorry over there, the Regis one? It's unloading battery packs from the loop. Now, I think that there a way that we can feed Mumu without like taking out the school's entire power grid. Like, because those things have a lot of electricity stored in them. So they're basically like ready meals for Mumu. So, but I don't think we can all get in there and all like meet Becky's dad. So I was thinking, Jesse, Kimberly, you're the most like sneakiest of us, other than Becky. But Becky, it'd be really weird if I went to meet your dad and you weren't there. So if you two like peel off, there's a delivery guy, but he's being kind of slow. He's a little bit bothered. And there's like a half open garage door. Maybe you could do something with that. Like try and get some battery packs, literally as many as you can. And then when the lorry leaves, slip out of that gate too. And then Becky, you and me can go and meet your dad and give him chips. And I don't know, maybe he would want to give us a tour of the boat. And then we can grab some of those neodymium rods.
If we just ask him, like, if they have like a storage place for those things or whatever, I'm sure he
That
would
be a bit suspicious.
Oh no, we were talking about it the other night. If we just say, "Can you show us what it looks like?"
Okay, sure. We'll go. We'll try that. But if we split up, and then we can meet at the Wendy house later, and like Mumu needs to eat, so I think it's best if we split up and like get things for her at the same time.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hey, Darcy, can I try and make a lead roll?
Absolutely, I love it.
Yes, we need to use this mechanic more.
I love it.
Do I have good lead? No. Is it worth just giving it a try anyway?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's 4 dice. I might get something. Who knows?
You never know.
I actually got 2 6s.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right. So 2 successes gives you 4 dice.
Such a good leader.
That goes into your pool. Anybody can call on them. Technically, you have to distribute them, but we'll say people can pipe and be like, "Please, Taylor, can I have a die?"
Yes. Please. We got 4. Oh, I'm so glad I asked.
And that goes towards overcoming trouble if they do as you say. And that's up to you to adjudicate.
Oh no.
All right, lads, it's time to
Instructions.
listen to my absolutely baller plan. Okay,
So
I
4
know
dice.
4 dice. I'm gonna give 2 to Becky,
Yep.
1 to Jessie, and 1 to Kimberly. Just to kind of we know those ahead of time.
Okie dokie.
All right. Who's going where? How do you begin?
Well, we're gonna go meet my dad, and they're gonna go figure out Operation Warehouse, I believe. So I guess
given
which
them
one's the
all of
most
relevant
fun?
information.
Mm.
So, I've imparted all of like the important information for you two to form
Yeah.
your own plan.
Key question. Let's establish where's Mumu.
I have Mumu.
You have Mumu.
Mumu's with me.
Mumu's staying with you.
Yes. I can't see this going
No.
any better than if Mumu is in my backpack. Yeah, because if we put Mumu in front of food, I don't know, it's gonna end well.
I mean, look, I'm not going to say our chances are completely zero, but like we know how the best track record, and adding Mumu to this particular mix, I'm very happy for Mumu to stay with you. Put it that way.
Okay,
Plus,
just
maybe
as long as...
maybe Mumu will be like a little like neodymium truffle hunter type
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
Will help us.
Mumu's pretty calm. Mumu's still in that sort of lethargic stage, very much in need of sustenance. But you are getting a bit more. She's a bit restless in your backpack now that you're here. Now that you're close to a source of potentially something that's sniffing. You can like she's in the bag going.
This is gonna be fine. Like I whisper it to my back, we're almost there, Mumu. We're almost there. Just hold on. All right. Just if you're gonna be seen, I say to Kimberly and Jessie, be seen leaving out of the gate. Because if anyone asks where you two went, we can just say you went home.
Okay.
You've got this. I believe in you.
Nope. I'm glad someone does.
Kimberly, try not to take the delivery guy's teeth. And then we walk off.
Kimberly's eyes just lit up. I'm not joking.
Well, I follow instructions. Instructions, I've written them down. Go through the gate to leave. Do not take teeth. I will follow those.
Crystal clear. Okay.
All right, shut the door. Huddle up.
All right. Which group would like to go first?
I don't mind.
Jessie, look. Okay. We've been in a situation before.
Right.
It's you and me. Do you have a plan? I have an inkling of a plan, but it might involve some light car theft. or there's a lesser version of damage to said car.
I'm starting to get a little worried that since the spring things have been like on a downturn. with like it was Simon's teeth, and then it was
you
Ref's
told me
teeth.
I followed your instructions on that.
I know, and I'm so sorry.
No. I forgive you.
What just happened?
No, this is exactly how this needs to happen.
So I was thinking, obviously, he's going to and from unpacking car, right?
Right.
Either we can like set the car to go off and crash into something, or slash one of the tires so that there's a little bit of commotion and he's distracted around here whilst we go and grab stuff.
Okay, I think, to be honest,
I'm open to critique, not criticism.
No, Kim, I was gonna say the first idea you had, it doesn't sound that bad. Like making the car just run away a little bit.
Good.
As long as we're not in the car. We're not
right. Yes.
Kim. Kim. We can put it, we can like take it off, park, and like I don't know, weigh gas down with a stone, and then just let it go.
Yes.
You
Okay.
know, let it
Yes.
roll away a little bit.
Roll away.
Yes.
Roll away. Mm-hmm.
You keep repeating, roll away.
I'm listening. This is how you listen, is you repeat what you've just heard. And I'm letting you know that I hear you.
I'm gonna cry.
I
This
want
is
to
how we get
clarify.
into extended trouble.
Don't think the thought hadn't crossed my mind.
Extended trouble just began.
I want to clarify that the lorry has driven in
Yep.
and
Yes.
is facing into the harbor. It is facing a row of ships.
This is not a good idea, guys.
I'm not saying
And
whether
also,
that's
it's
me
not a
warning you
car,
off.
It's a lorry.
No.
I'm not saying if that's me warning you off or encouraging.
It must be a reverse.
Have you guys heard of the Assassin's Creed games?
No, it's 1998. 1988. No one's heard of it.
No, I'm talking to Reckon Coda right now.
There's a voice coming through from the future.
Do you know Assassin's Creed?
All right. All right.
little
Come on,
bit.
let's keep it moving. We can get
Come on,
through
let's
this.
keep
Let's
moving.
keep it
Okay.
moving.
Okay, I mean, that is extreme. A last resort, we move car. But maybe, like, distraction round, like, letting the tyre, like, air out. Then they're like, oh,
Mhm.
mate, no! And then they're distracted around that rather than going in and out, and we can slip in.
How many tires does this lorry have?
Oh gosh.
Is it an
Like-
18-wheeler? That's massive.
I think they have like 8, like 2 on
8.
each corner.
Okay.
It's not an 18-wheeler. It's Great Yarmouth.
Okay. We would have to draw his attention to the tire in the first place. Otherwise, he won't notice until he goes to leave.
I mean, I also have a plan for that. But
Which is
I do what I did last time.
which was
Sing a football song.
I'm gonna shed actual tears.
I should have let Becky go.
You have to
No,
let Becky
no.
go.
No,
Again.
this is
I could have been in and out by now.
Yeah, I know. I'm
What's
just
the fun in
looking. I'm
that?
listening to this like.
okay. Okay.
I mean, I mean, I can go in and get the batteries if you. I mean, it's just a suggestion. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate.
just a little tired, Kim. So everything is
Okay.
just it's
You know
taking
what?
me just slightly longer for things to come in
Okay, I
to
hear
my
you,
head.
yeah. Yep.
All right. You're gonna sing a football song
Yep.
and distract him.
Yep.
And I'm gonna get the batteries.
If you wish, yeah. I mean, I'm very good at distracting anyway. I've got a bit of a record now.
You do,
Yep.
and I really respect you for that.
Oh my god.
No, honestly, genuinely, Kim, like it's one of the things that you're very good at, being very distracting. So, okay,
A beam, absolute beam across her face. Yeah.
okay. I think we can do this.
All right, hands in.
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
I also have my if you need
Oh,
help with the distracting,
a call
I
sign.
will. What?
A call sign. A call sign. We could do like a sound of a bird or something.
Yes.
Like that. If you're in trouble, you make that sound, I'll come running.
Okay, I was just gonna
Can't
give
do
you
this.
Joan to hold on to and gestures to the boombox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. No, sorry.
just if you need help with like making some noise, please don't damage my and team infiltration force.
Team infiltration force.
I
Okay.
consider every single day a blessing that I don't have to be on stage in front of an audience acting across from Fiona and not laughing in the middle of it.
I this is me, Ren. I don't know.
So I will go round. I'll get as close as I can to the lorry on the other side, and I'll wait for a signal from Jesse. And I will. Don't have anything sharp or anything like that. I've got the boombox, but I want to be careful with that, because obviously, so that'll probably be in my backpack or something. But then I'm sort of ready by like one of the wheels near the front, but I'm sort of watching Jesse to see, like, to do a watch and then maybe count me in.
Okay. The frequency of this man going back and forth, like, is he like fairly consistent? Is he like taking a break in between? Like,
He's fairly consistent, but he's fairly slow.
Okay.
He's not rushing. He's not pushing himself. He's not straining to the point where he needs a break. He's taking his break as he goes, sort of thing.
Fair enough. All right. So, Jesse will sneak around to the sorry. We'll sneak around to the is there a way to get in where he won't notice us getting in?
Into the warehouse?
Yes.
Yes. You can enter. He's on the south side. You could enter if you wanted to crawl under that garage door on the west side.
Yes.
You could get in there. Absolutely.
Okay. That's the point of entry.
Okay. Then you said the magic word, and so it has to be a sneak roll.
Yay. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah,
anyway.
you can do that. Look, I'm even getting the book ready to find out what happens when you get extra successes. That's how much faith that I have.
Oh, God.
Wow. Wow, that was
I just, things are going so well for me today. So my sneak, and then I have
Don't forget
minus
to do the
1.
pep talk.
you get a 1 if you want to use it.
I want to use it. So,
but don't forget your condition.
Yeah, I took away 1 and then I brought it back.
Okay.
So, I don't feel good about these ones. Hold on, I'm switching them out.
Those guys would have betrayed you,
So
and you know it.
stressful. Also, I get it right now. I fully get it.
Place work.
Yeah, I know.
1 success.
Let's go.
Oh,
Okay, that's enough.
Stress.
You're both hidden from his view. He's not really paying that much attention anyway. He's absorbed in what he's doing. You wait for a moment where he goes to the back of the truck, and you are able to approach the west side. You have to get down on your hands and knees. It's a little bit grimy. It's a little bit dirty, but you're able to sort of Indiana Jones roll in. Is that an 80s reference? I think so.
Yes.
Sure.
You are immediately hidden behind a stack of other pallets. You're immediately hidden behind other things. So your next obstacle is going to be finding a way past that obstruction to get to the pallet in the center.
Okay. I think I'll wait for for Kim to maneuver around into position.
All right.
Cool. Hey, Millie.
All right. Yeah. So I'll go to a couple of the wheels, and if they've got like if it's the obvious one thing, I will unscrew them as quick as I can, maybe 2 or 3, so it starts to, start to go.
Yes, I think they're. So nowadays they would be valved. I'm not sure if they would be back then. No, they're valved. They don't. You have to put pressure on, or puncture them, which I am advised would be akin to a small bomb going off. Those tires are under a lot of pressure, so if you were to puncture, you would be hospitalized.
Okay. In that case, then, realizing this,
Let's say that Kimberly being Kimberly, and we love her very, very dearly.
Yeah, but
she
she's-
undoes them, and nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm like. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna open the cab door, and I'm going to hook up Jesse's boombox to the radio. I'm just gonna take
the boombox.
I'm gonna take the keys out of presumably wherever they are, if they're there, and then I'm gonna put on a track that I'm gonna find, and I'm gonna sing along at the top of my voice.
You're going to be just to be clear, this is the opposite of a sneak roll. You're drawing attention to yourself on purpose.
Okay. Yes, that's exactly it.
Cool. I don't think that's a roll.
I was sneaking. Is this not sneaking?
I think because I'm trying to get basically I want to try and raise my voice as loud as I can so that when the altercation happens, that Jesse can hear it, and so has time to just snatch things and go essentially.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. I genuinely don't think this is a roll. I think this is a very easily done thing. You go and you make a lot of noise.
Yep. I go, okay. Great Yarmouth goes 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. We move to the Premier League, hurrah, hurrah. With skill and might we'll score and soar. For victory we'll chant and roar. The Great Yarmouth football's coming home. Oi!
Yeah!
Fiona, that was incredible.
No, it's incredible.
You think
Wow.
between sessions I've been doing nothing. I have been writing football chants for bloody
Incredible.
days, let me tell you. So yeah, I'm gonna sing that as loud as I can.
Incredible. Like that Grand Sexual Luck or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
With like, but the boombox as well. So Prince is also singing in the
Yeah,
background.
the Purple Rain.
To the tune of Purple Rain. Okay, excellent. So very quickly you are presented with the flustered, confused face of the delivery driver. He appears around the side of the lorry and says, "Oi, what? Wait,
Hello?
get out of there! What are you doing?
Oh, is this not the stage?
What stage? No, that's my truck. Get out!
Oh, I thought it was my truck.
It's why are there even kids in here? Security!
I shut
What
the
is
door.
happening?
I locked
What
it.
are you doing? No! What are you?
I'm not coming out. You're shouting at me.
This is not happening to me today. It has been a long day. This cannot be happening to me.
Great Yarmouth, the greatest sea you'll ever see.
Jesse, what are you doing?
I'm taking batteries. Like,
Okay.
as soon as Kimberly started singing and that man turned his head, I have been going to the batteries.
Excellent. Okay. They are wrapped up in plastic packaging, but you can very easily tear that apart. I assume you're not even bothering to try and sneak now. This is just a speed thing. Okay.
Yes.
You can scoop them up. You got your backpack?
Yes.
You
That's
can
why
fill a
I gave
backpack.
Kimberly the boombox to give me room.
Excellent. Okay, let's see how quickly and how efficiently you can do this. I think this is a force or a move, perhaps? Yeah, this is a force.
Move.
This is definitely a force.
Ah,
Sorry,
it's okay. That's fine.
the ability to lift heavy things, fight and endure physically stressful situations.
I thought they were like the size of a VHS tape. How heavy are
They are, but they're dense. They're
They're
heavy.
quite heavy.
Yeah, and you're
Fair
gonna
enough.
to fill a backpack with them. It's gonna be pretty heavy.
Okay.
Glory, glory, great Yarmouth.
What are you?
Glory, glory, great
Get out!
Yarmouth.
Get out!
I
And there's
did
people,
not succeed.
workers walking past, and they're just laughing at him. He's like,
Yeah.
"Can you get security? What is going on here?" They're just laughing their heads off at him.
Really, really looking forward to us trying to convince Becky's dad that it's just two of us here.
We'll get out. It's fine.
Fine.
I did not succeed.
Okay.
Oh, we have to. There has to be something. Is there?
Yeah,
not
yeah. This is not. We don't do straight up failures on this. So,
Do you not have
you-
like
Get what you want.
I used my things.
The luck.
Use it all
Use
up.
the luck.
Use
Have
them.
you considered injuring yourself in the name of feeding Moo?
Potentially, yes.
This is it. I'm torn between two of my options here. You get what you want, but you suffer a condition, or
Yes.
you get what you want, but more trouble results. I think that last one is more interesting.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
No.
You load up your backpack. It is chock full. You stack them so that not an inch is wasted, and you turn. And at this point, he's the driver, and you can see he's like it's a long road like drive. He's like got the thing, and his name is Derek because he's got the little sign up in his cab. Derek is regaining his composure ever so slightly, and you see him start to move around the cab of the lorry to the other side, and he's moving towards he's going to be able to clock you. He's going to see you unless you move, Jesse.
I'm gonna try to move.
All right, guess what, that's a move roll.
That one's a little better than
Come on.
where are you moving to, just so I know what the potential consequences are here? You're going out that main front door, or you're going back to where you came in?
Back to where the front so sorry. The front door is in sight of everyone.
Everything.
Everyone would see where I came from.
Yep.
The way I came in.
Right. All right. Whenever you're ready, it's a move roll.
Right. A move roll.
Don't have any more songs.
Come on. Come on.
One success.
Let's go. Let's go. All right.
One is all you need.
One is all you need. You vault over the crates in front of you and immediately go into a roll and are out underneath this garage door and back onto the walkway where you were before. Nobody saw you go in. Nobody saw you come out. The only difference is now your backpack is full and heavy.
Yeah, I think Jesse is going to circle around to the front and like just acting as if he's checking out the commotion. Which I don't know what Kim would like to do, but he's putting himself in view in the front so Kim can see.
Yeah. You are now being assailed from the other side. I'm going to say the door wasn't locked. It didn't auto-lock when you grabbed the keys and closed the door.
Yep.
So he started moving around to the other side and is about to open the opposite cab door and try and climb in.
Right. Okay. I'm going to wind down the window and leap out.
Yes!
You've gone and done it. You've murdered Darcy.
I'm like,
This is an incredible tactical decision.
Come on, come on, come on!
I'm just watching this guy climbing up to the cab.
And I'm like, see you later, sucker!
Don't forget to grab the boombox.
No, yeah, I'm desperately trying
Out of the window. Yeah. All right. Okay. Throw me a move rule. Move rule. You got it.
Be good at this.
If you'd have just opened the door and left, I wouldn't have made you roll. But you've made your decisions, and consequences must arise. You're good at move, right?
I'm alright at move, but we'll see how cool it looks. Okay, one success. It doesn't look great. It's not graceful, but my god.
A lot of dice and only one success. Yeah, you make a clatter. The boombox is like hitting the window on the way out. Jesse's over in the corner. You make it out. Behind you, you can almost feel his like fingers reaching to grab you, but you make it out. His screams are echoing as you flee. Where are you heading now?
I'll get you for this!
Importantly, I I go through the gate that I was
Excellent.
told to leave by, and I didn't take any teeth.
That's a shame. But well
You
done.
know what?
I was gonna say,
Wait, hang
on
on.
the
You
way
still
to-
have a spare dice.
It doesn't matter. I followed the instructions, so I'll use it for something else. I'm sure it'll come up as
Are we
the dog will
sure
get
that
me or
on the
something.
way to trying to grab Kimberly, he didn't accidentally smack his lips on the dash?
No.
Losing
I'm not putting any more content warnings in this entire game. No. So Jesse, you're left behind in front of the truck. Are you going to follow?
Stroll.
Oh yeah, like he's following after Kim. Like as soon as Kim starts skedaddling, he's just like, oh well, this went great.
You walk past the truck and you can see the guy just still spluttering in confusion, and he looks at you for a second like, what? Why? What? Have you got anything to do with this?
What? Do with what?
And you'd see him like peering out of the window, looking after Kim as she runs, like weighing up. Do I do anything about this, or do I just get back to work?
Just the length of the pitch.
And you watch as the like resignation settles in, and he just says something unsavory under his breath. You immediately cease to exist to him, and he goes back to work.
As you should. Team infiltration force, a success.
Flawless victory.
Nailed it.
All right, Team Neodymium. You approach
Team
the
Dad.
Clara. Team Dad. You approach the
Team
Clara
Kevin.
Eliza.
Team
Oh.
Neodadium.
Wow.
Yes. Neodadium.
Excellent. Okay. You approach the Clara Eliza, and you can see people moving boxes, moving equipment, lots of people coming and going. Are you heading directly? Are you trying to catch your dad's attention, Becky?
Oh,
or are you trying to
absolutely.
execute something before you meet up with him?
Oh, well, unless Annabeth tells me we're trying to execute something beforehand, Becky is going to go ahead and try and get Dad's attention.
Okay.
Big, like, arms out, waving.
Yeah.
You know, the drill.
Absolutely. He's been at the end of the day, at the end of a long day where he's, manual labor, it takes it out of you. It's been a hot day, he's tired, and he lights up to see you. Like, this is such a surprise. It is and like, you're so happy, you bring so much joy along with you. And he goes, Becky, and like holds his arms out for you to run up to.
She's gonna run into them. She's gonna give him a great big hug.
Yeah. He does the full lift, like twists around, spins you, your legs fly out. He gives you a real big
giggling.
hug. He says, it's really great to see you. What are you doing here?
Surprise!
It is such a surprise. Thank you so. Hang on. And he like holds you back and looks you in the eye very, very seriously. Do I smell chips?
Maybe.
Plops you down and starts like spinning you around and sniffing you like really exaggerated. Like, where are they? Where are the chips? Where are the chips? Give them to me.
I think she's like giggling and she's like when like they're being like tickled almost, and she's just like
oh yeah, it's definitely
giggling.
that exaggerated like
and then she's like stop, okay, I surrender, and then she like she opens her satchel and she gets out the chips with the squash ketchup all over it, and she presents them, but then she looks back and she goes, Annabeth, and she waves Annabeth over.
he sees you for the first time. Oh, hello, Annabeth. Nice of you to be here too. Nice to see you.
It was Annabeth's idea.
Really? Wow. Thank you. Wow, these look maybe could have done with a little bit more ketchup, but these look pretty good. And he takes one, tries it.
Millie.
I'm so sorry about my
Like, actually, no, I'm the star.
No chill.
He takes a chip and tries one. Excellent. Very good. Very, very good. Thank you so much, Becky. Thank you so much, Annabeth. I really appreciate it.
So how was work?
Work? Yeah, same old, same old. Working on this big old lady. This is the Clara Eliza. She's getting everything done. Complete overhaul.
Wow. And I think that like Becky is trying to upkeep conversation, but she's like waiting for Annabeth to like jump in and I guess present our intentions. She will eventually if Annabeth says nothing, but she wants these two to converse. So
Annabeth is trying. She's trying so hard in the background. She's here. She's present in the moment, and she's like internally trying to work up not like the courage, but like the niceness that the situation requires. And then she thinks back to what Becky said about not being able to take the lead on anything. And she's like, now's as good as time as any. And she just kind of stands there quietly.
After realizing that Annabeth is not going to do what Becky thinks she's going to do, she's like, so, Dad, I know you're tired, and you probably want to go home, but I was wondering, well, Annabeth and I were wondering if we could have a little tour
of the ship.
Annabeth has never seen the ship or the harbour before, and she was listening to the science talk you were giving me the other night, weren't you, Annabeth? And was really interested. We've been talking about it all day. The
neodymium discs. I was interested in seeing how they worked, and Becky very kindly offered to bring me down, thinking that you might be able to give us like a talk through, because I was, and she swallows really hard here, struggling to keep up with the conversation.
Whoa, the sacrifices that are being made right now.
It's okay. I haven't had to drop the K-bomb yet. I will, but
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really glad you guys are. Have you been doing something in science class about the magnetron effect, or like? I'm just really glad you're interested in learning.
It's for something I'm writing.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'd be happy to. I mean, this is a really interesting one, so like you've chosen a really good moment. I can't really take you right up close, but let's see if we can get a little closer. And he will guide you over towards sort of the platform where the Clara Eliza is docked itself. And he will point out, sort of from a distance, the magnetron discs, which are located on the sort of the underside of the ship. And you can see that these ones in particular are getting a lot of work. And he will tell you that because of overuse, he says, this is a grand old lady. She's been around the world several times, a bit of a workhorse, to the point where these discs are falling apart, literally falling to pieces. So you can see just by looking, he points out the one that's closest to you. The iron disc has like been popped off, and you can see inside that the rod has begun to shatter into little pieces. He explains it's because of the vibrations. It's been under such stress for so long. Pieces have begun to shear off. He points out further along, somebody is working on scooping dust, neodymium dust, out of this aperture. And he shows you, he starts talking in detail about how it will be replaced. He points over to a storage area across the way where you can see several brand new, or not necessarily brand new, but replacement discs that are like wrapped in plastic wrap, and you can see people getting ready to replace them. So yeah, there are small fragments lying around. There is dust that's built up inside the propulsion system itself, and as you watch, people are gathering it up, sweeping up the dust, putting it into big bags, and getting ready to take it away to be disposed of.
And where does the dust go? What happens to it?
Oh, we just throw it away. You can't really reuse it once it's been under that much.
Is it dangerous?
I don't think so. Like, you shouldn't eat it, but no, it's not
No,
a
of course
hazard.
not.
It just goes in the bin. I think it just goes to landfill.
Okay, right. So we have
Eat
three. We have three options. So we have the dust, we have the broken parts, and we've got. You said there are new discs. Are there new rods?
Contained within the discs, yes, but not separate. The whole discs are being replaced.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna take one for the team, and I'm just gonna hope that Becky understands what she needs to do.
No, this don't you remember Woolworths and the pick and mix? And
I do, but this time there's not gonna be a convoluted thing.
Okay,
It's
ready.
literally gonna be like just from like if Becky and her dad are like sit there and Annabeth's kind of standing back, like she kind of rolls her shoulders a little bit and like cracks her neck, and she's like, "So Kevin, I was wondering," and she pulls out her fan fiction notebook, flips to a new page, and like pulls out a pen. Do you mind answering some quick questions about what it's like to work here? And she steps forward and takes the full attention.
Yes.
Give me. I gotta say it. Give me a charm roll.
I know, but the thing is, because I've pulled out my fan fiction notebook, do I get an extra dice to it?
Absolutely, you
Yes,
do.
I think I
Yeah.
get extra dice
Of
for the
course you
use of the
do.
word Kevin as well.
I do think I could
That's
get it.
not a mechanic in the book, but we'll see how we go.
Does it relate to? It doesn't relate to my pride, but my pride is being wounded.
I think it relates to some lost pride, if anything.
Absolutely.
I just got 2 6s, mate.
Excellent, excellent. What is the additional effect for that
The
one?
additional effect is that he doesn't notice Becky sneaking off at all.
Sneaky Becky? Surely not.
Aw.
So
I love that you have formed a lasting relationship.
hey, if that's what you want to take,
No.
honestly, I think that's probably the most relatable. Some of them are weird.
Okay, hang on. So the ability to charm library. Okay, so I don't want to have formed a lasting relationship. He will try to persuade others to believe you, is what I would like to take, please.
Okay, I feel like that one probably won't have an immediate effect, but it might be an ongoing thing that comes up in the future.
It's just more in case Becky gets caught and I
Yeah.
need somebody to lie with me.
Yeah. And I'm
Um,
also thinking if anybody asks, like, in the future, "What were you doing here?" He will stick up for you and be like, "No, Annabeth and
yeah,
Becky were here to research," and it's just solidifying your cover story.
yeah, I would like to take that one because I don't
Yeah.
think as funny as it would be to use his full name and for him to be like, "That's it, forever."
Mhm. That's all it took.
That doesn't actually provide any use to me.
Fair.
So sorry, Becky. But I
Fine.
will stand there and I will just like step in and take the full attention. And see if Becky takes a hint to sneak away because she's the sneakiest out of all of us and go get something to feed Moo with.
Okay. I think that for the first 10 seconds, Becky just gazes vacantly at the two of you bonding with a little bit of a smile on her face. And then she kind of catches Annabeth's eye and sees kind of that intense, like, look and realizes, I see, this is a negotiation. You are distracting my dad and bonding with him, and you want me to do something now. And this is a chance to show just how sneaky she can be. So I think she looks around. I would like to attempt to very slowly back away, just kind of look as if I'm kind of looking around in interest, looking at some of the nearby tools. And then I would like to make an attempt to sneak over to grab some of those like shards of rod.
Yeah.
And I would also like to try to get some dust.
Okay. So I'll give you two options of your possible target here.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably take a walk up and down the platform and gather up some small shards and find a couple little piles of dust here and there. I'm not sure how you would collect them. That would be up to you. Or you can head for the skip where people are gathering bags and just throwing in shards and scooping up big dustpans of dust directly into this skip. The trade-off
so
will
they're
be
throwing shards in there as well. It's not just
wholesale.
dust going in those bags.
Yeah.
Okay. In
There's
which
more
case,
accessible there, but there are more people. So what I'm going to say is to just walk up and down the platform is a 1 success sneak roll.
Mhm.
To achieve the amount that you want from the skip is 2 successes.
You've got 2 extra die from the lead roll.
I've got 2 extra die and I have got 1 luck as well.
Yeah.
So, and I'm prepared to push and take a condition if I need
Excellent.
to.
Excellent.
So I feel like I'm not gonna say it out loud. But
no, that's how we jinx things.
Let's not do that. Okay, so I'm going to attempt. I want to try to be impressive. So we're going to go hard or go home here.
Excellent.
I'm going to go to the skips and try to grab maybe like I've got a fairly big baggy satchel, maybe a bag or 2, ones that I can see have some shards in them as well as dust. And let's see how we go. So do I have to add the 2 dice or declare I'm going to add the 2 dice before I roll? Is that how that works?
I believe that's what we clarified last time, yes. As you are trying to overcome the trouble. Yeah.
Okay. So that's 1 success.
Just the one.
How did I manage with just 1? Okay. I'm gonna do luck. So okay, so how many is it included? Is the 2 included in what I re-roll for luck?
I don't know if we've had that situation arise before, but I believe the wording would be you re-roll all dice that have not shown a success. So yeah.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dice. I think that's what I'm re-rolling.
Yep.
Come on, you can do this, Becky.
So that's an extra 3 successes. Hold on, because I've still got to roll 1 more. And that's going to be 5. Okay, so 4 successes in all.
Okay, so you require 2 as your baseline, and that gives you 2 bonus effects.
Okay.
So you can give success to another kid. That's not currently happening.
Mm-hmm.
You can find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for. That one is very easy to deliver on from my point of view.
Mm-hmm. So is it just 1 extra effect I get with an extra 2 successes?
There are only 2 for sneak.
Yeah,
you have gained 2. I'll just give you double of extra.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that feels like the obvious thing. Over deliver is what Becky's gonna achieve. I think.
Love it.
Okay, something unexpected. I'll give you both. Something unexpected that gives you more of what
one
you
of
want.
each. A bit of extra stuff and something unexpected.
You're doing a sort of hiding in plain sight thing with this. You're just kind of sauntering along, looking like you're really interested in the hull of the car at Eliza and watching all the people at work. You shuffle up to the skip and you can see that it is absolutely full of all different sizes and shapes of these shards. There's even like an almost complete neodymium rod in there. It's almost 1 meter long. It is huge. It is like a dull matte cyan blue with just a little bit chipped off the side. And as you're looking at this and thinking, how do I get this in my backpack? A worker, another engineer walks up and dumps a bag in the skip. Says, "Oh, all right. Do you want some of this?"
Yes, please.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
It's for a science project.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. I don't care what you use it for. It's cool stuff, isn't it? Just watch the sharp edges. And don't lick it, and you'll be fine.
I'm not gonna lick it. That would be silly.
Yeah, obviously. Sorry, yeah. You look like a smart kid. You're Kevin's lass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you. I remember you from when you were way high.
Do you like
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
fairy wings? She just full on starts engaging in a conversation.
Beautiful. And
And
he
she's like
will.
piling things in her bag.
He's gonna pack it up for you. He like gets a little box and just packs it full of neodymium. Sprinkle of dust on the top. Says, "Here, do that." It's like fairy dust. Woo! Sprinkles a little dust on top. Packets it up, seals it for you, and hands it off to you.
And I would like to find out this fine fella's name.
How dare you? This is the worst thing that people do to me as a GM.
I'm so sorry.
I want to say Stephen, but I'm not going to say Stephen. Quick,
Stephen's
Dave.
fine.
my books. Jason.
Dave.
This is Jason.
Jason.
Thanks, Jason Morningstar.
I
was
like
gonna say,
the idea of Annabeth conducting this thing, watching her do this whole like sneaky maneuver in like the most impressive way possible, disappearing round the corner to the skips, and then coming back hand in hand with Jason with an entirely like packed up thing, and just being like, look what Jason got for me for our science project.
Kevin, what you doing? What you doing, Kevin? What? It's only going to waste. There's no harm. Yeah, all right, I suppose so. Just but watch for the sharp edges and don't lick it. And Jason's like, she's not gonna lick it. That would be silly.
That would be silly.
Hey,
Looks at you,
Kevin, what happens
Kevin.
when you lick it?
Well, I don't. It's not good to. It's a metal. You shouldn't lick metals. Don't write that down. You don't need. You should know that.
I've
Don't.
already written it down.
All right.
Don't
Like
lick
in quotes, and then like
Kevin Stewart, 1988.
yeah.
Gale, Baldur's Gate 3. Stop licking the damn thing.
Excellent. All right. Okay. Have you got everything you like? You got everything you need? You want anything more? Oh, sorry, Annabeth. Was that all your questions?
Yeah, I can ask you any more that come up at home. I just
Yeah, of
wanted to
course.
like see.
Yeah. She's a majestic old thing. Worth repairing, I think.
As we walk away, Annabeth starts muttering about like a murder mystery at the shipyard repairing this boat.
He
Like-
thinks that sounds great, and he starts asking you loads of questions about it, about how you would make it play out, who the suspects would be. He's really trying to engage with you right now.
How does he feel when like an average ship worker named Stuart Kevins is the primary suspect?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the body.
Yeah, that would have been
I
worse.
feel like that's an upgrade.
He laughs and he says, "Yeah, there's a couple of people around here that I could do away with if I got the chance. Yeah, it sounds about right."
I just
Get
write
them to lick
large
the
confession
thing.
to murder.
Don't worry, he's gonna continue to tell people that you were here asking completely innocent questions because you succeeded so well on that charm roll.
I'm rolling well tonight. We love
In
that.
your backpack, Moo is keen to wrap his little snout around what you have found. We will assume that you all get home safe and sound. You regroup at the Wendy house probably the next day after school.
I don't know that we can wait that long to feed Moo.
Okay, you can meet up late tonight.
I think it's a case of like we start walking home with Kevin, and I'm like, oh, I left my math textbook at the Wendy house. Becky, do you want to come with me? I think your bike is there.
Yeah. This was really nice though, Dad. Thanks.
It was. Thank you for the chips, which I have now completely polished off. Are you
Will we
girls gonna eat yours? Are you gonna come home and eat them? Don't let them get cold.
Oh, we'll probably eat them at the Wendy house. We just got to go and grab something.
All right. Okay. Well, don't be too late home. I'll tell your mother to expect you. Take care, girls.
Run.
Okay. All right. You gather at the Wendy house and present Moo with the feast that you have gathered for her.
Absolutely not. No. Right. She gets a tiny plate full of dust and like one battery pack because if we let her gorge, then he's gonna absolutely just like be sick everywhere, and I don't want to clean up Moo sick.
Ugh.
Like we have to like a little bit at a time because we've got
Yeah.
to make this last.
What you have, I will tell you now, big picture, what you have is enough. It is enough to sustain Mumu, at least for the next few months, to get her through the next stage of her development.
Phew.
You give Mumu the neodymium,
Mhm.
and it's a strange sensation for you, especially Annabeth, because it doesn't sate hunger in Mumu. It almost seems to energize her in a different
and mix.
way.
Mhm,
It's
mhm,
pick and
mhm.
mix. This is a lovely little treat. It sends endorphins flying around her brain, and some process begins somewhere in Mumu's body. You are able to meet out these battery packs over the next few months, and you will watch this creature grow and grow and grow. At his hatching, Mumu was the size of a reasonably sized cat. You're looking at a large dog-sized creature by the time we pick up in our next episode.
Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. There's one of us, Becky. We're gonna need a mop. We're gonna need some yarn, and you're gonna need to work really, really hard to make Mumu a dog out of it.
I have got this. Dog or maybe a baby Shetland pony. Let me work on my artistic vision. I'll get back.
Excellent.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay. Let's keep that sort of zoomed out approach. Let's have a look at what each of you get up to over the next few months in some mundane scenes. Bear in mind, school is going to end. We'll say that you don't get any more direct trouble from Dr. Raff after your altercation. He very much is keeping an eye on you, but he's doing it from a distance. Go ahead, Taylor. What you got?
There's just one scene that I would really like to do.
Please.
Around Jesse's birthday, Annabeth and Kimberly and Becky all go to the Wendy house by themselves.
Mhm.
And we dig up the floor. Like, we've got a little treasure chest
Mhm.
with all of our coins. We dig it all up. And Annabeth leads them to the bank. And then, like, once it's all changed up into, like, actual things, we go to the record store and we buy Jesse a vinyl for Jesse's birthday. We gift a vinyl that Jesse would like. Because at the start of the season, I know we recorded it a while ago. Annabeth was putting money in the treasure chest, and this is what it was for.
Ren just floods of tears now.
Ew. Holy shit. Right. Holy heck.
Oh my god.
Ren, what vinyl have we got you? Oh, sorry!
You really got them.
I'm collected. I'm good. What would you want? Wait, what Prince album released?
Yes.
Yeah, newest album.
Oh yeah, there was one. I think there was one in 1980. Oh, Love Sexy came out in 1988.
That one.
That's it. That's what we get
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy
amazing.
birthday.
I think Jesse is lost for words. And it's how did you was did thank you. When how did you get this?
We just pulled our resources together. It's your birthday.
Yeah, it's my no, thank you. No, thank you, Annabeth. Thank you, guys. Yeah, no, thank you.
I put on Jesse's head the newspaper crown I've made, and then we all have little party hats as well.
I present the drawing of the fairy, Jesse's fairy, that I have been working on. I think actually I've probably drawn all of us as fairies, even Moo Moo as a little fairy with fairy wings, sitting in the Wendy house with like Chip. And the Wendy house is drawn, and it's recognizably the Wendy house, but it looks very like fairies grotto in the way. So it's like probably how Becky imagines it is when she goes in there. But it's it's like got all of these like sort of like shells and stuff. It's like a very like beach grotto vibes. And like there's like a little drawing of like a boom box with like little music notes coming out of it, and a football sitting in the corner, and a pile of books, and some art supplies, and it's just like a little like drawing, and it's all very like neatly painted and colored in, and I present it, and then because we haven't really spoken about it since, I do lean in and I do say to Jesse, the vinyl was Annabeth's idea. And then I like pull away and let Jesse sit with that.
Jesse is sitting with this paper crown and this fairy picture and this vinyl, and is not in floods of tears or anything, but you can see she's genuinely touched. And then when Becky says that, just immediately, if looks at Annabeth, looks at the ground very hard, and then Annabeth, can I talk to you for a second?
Okay. Like Annabeth, like when Becky did that, was like chatting to Kimberly, like unsure, but it's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
He just pulls you aside, and it doesn't look like he's going to say much, but what he does say is, I didn't mind what you did. What you tried to do. I didn't mind it. I just wanted you to know that I didn't hate it. That's not why I was avoiding you.
Okay.
It's fine. It's real fine. I just wanted you to know that, and now you know that. So I'm going to go now.
Annabeth kind of is like a little bit sudden. She's like, before you go, real quick. I haven't told the others yet. I wanted to tell you first. I'm going to see my dad. So, I'm going to be gone for a while. And I think
How long is a while?
Like about 3 weeks. Like a while. Plane tickets are expensive, so like my mom kind of made sure that I would get to make the most of it. So I don't want you to think I'm running away. And also, you are perhaps the only person that I think I can truly 100% depend on. and I'm going to need your help to tell the others, and I'm going to need you to take charge while I'm gone. You're so good at it. Like, you're absolutely just so fantastic at being the rock that we all need.
Thanks, Annabeth. I was actually maybe after you come back, my dad was asking if I wanted to see my mom, and I told him I'd think about it.
Do you want to?
I want to see her.
Then you should go. It's okay. If there's not that much trouble in the school holidays that like Becky and Kimberly can get into. If there's some overlap while we're both gone, that's fine. I'll be back. You'll be back. And maybe we can start fresh in the school year?
Maybe. Wait, is Kim going to... I think Kim's going to football camp. We need to work this out.
And then we'll work it out. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be, and like Annabeth kind of reaches out and gives your hand a little squeeze. It's gonna be okay. And she lets go again very quickly. But let's enjoy your birthday first.
The worry that had started to build up when Jesse realized everyone was peeling off and going into different places quells when you hold their hand. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back. I'll head back inside.
Kimberly has consumed a lot of cake and jelly.
Did Kimberly make the cake?
Yes.
Yes.
But there is a question about how much she brought in was already eaten.
I assume this is like the second or third attempt at the cake because you intentionally failed like the first two, so you could actually eat them at home.
No, have to get rid of that one.
Oh no, gotta flip that one off.
Oh, too much cream, oh no.
All right. 10 minutes. Let's do a couple more little mundane scenes. Becky, Kimberly, got anything?
I do. I feel like Becky doesn't like unresolved tension, and I feel like we haven't talked about it, Annabeth and I yet.
Let's go.
So I feel like this would probably happen kind of soon after the day that we've come back from the Magnetrine Harbour. So this is probably before the scene that we just had. But maybe it wouldn't be like that night. It would be like maybe a couple of days later.
Mm-hmm.
I think that as Annabeth is getting ready for bed, Becky would probably come and like knock on her bedroom door, and just be like, Annabeth.
Inside, Annabeth shoves a couple of shoves a plane ticket beneath her like Puerto Rican flag, and goes and opens the door.
Hi. Can I come in?
Yeah, sure. Come in. Christine.
She makes like a those to do that thing where she kind of like looks around the room and she goes to like pick things up, and then she remembers that Annabeth likes things pristine, so she just kind of doesn't want to like mess anything in this space up. Then she kind of like sits on the bed, and she looks up at Annabeth and she says, so I just wanted to talk about the other day, and say that I'm really sorry for shouting at you. I didn't mean to shout at you. I know you'd already been shouted at that day, and it's probably not very nice to be shouted at more than once. So I'm really sorry for doing that.
I'm sorry that I shouted and that I stormed off. And I'm sorry that I made you feel like a kid and that I don't give you the chances that you want, that you need to kind of prove yourself.
I know that you get a lot of pressure from your mum to look after me and make sure that I'm okay. And it must be kind of weird being a big sister and suddenly having to be the responsible one. But I was also not a younger sister before, and I never had anyone telling me what I could and couldn't do before, or trying to look after me in the way that you look after me. Not since Mum, so I'm out of practice.
Yeah, I think it's gonna... We've not been doing this, being sisters, for very long. And it's weird going from being the only one to being one of two. And then, like, you have, like, for everything that you think that you see with my mom, I promise you there are 3 more interactions that I've had with her for each one that you see, where I've been trying to get her off of your back, or trying to let her, or like convince her to let you do something, or just telling her that you're okay. You know, because for, as much as your dad wants to be friends with me, like, my mom wants to take care of you, and she knows that she can't replace your mum. No one's ever going to replace your mum. But I think out of me and my mom, she understands I have the better chance with you. And that's a... I'm only 15. That's like a lot. That's like, so you're a whole person, and you were a whole person before you even met me. And I'm doing my best, and I'm sorry that it's not good enough yet, but I'll keep trying to do my best. And like, yeah, I'll just keep trying. And I think if you keep trying, that's all really any of us can do.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna keep trying. I think that it's important to remember as well, and I'm really grateful that you tried with my dad the other day, even if it was really just part of the plan. But it's important to remember that he knows that he can't replace your dad too. And he is my dad, so when you're dismissive of him, it feels like you're dismissive of both of us, you know?
I am not dismissing you.
But I understand it's complicated.
I don't want to say the mean words, but I think that you need to hear them. My dad is still here, somewhere where I can, if I wanted to, get to him, and it's not fair to me, it's not fair to you, and it's not the expectation that I should just give up on him because my mum chose someone new is the most unfair thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm trying my best, I promise you, but it is so difficult that my dad decided to pick up and leave the country. And he didn't even take me with him. I didn't even get that choice. So I'm trying, Becky. I promise. But it hurts in a way that I don't think you're going to be able to understand.
No, I don't understand.
And that's okay, I'm not asking you to. But I need you to also try and remember that when I'm dismissive of your dad, it's not you. The two of you are different people. Okay? You're not the same person. And I love you. I love you like a sister. You are my sister. And maybe one day I'll love Kevin like something. But it's all too soon. I need time.
Okay. And she kind of pulls you into a big hug. And she says, "You can talk to me about things, you know. I don't understand, but I notice more than most people think I do, so I'm a really good listener."
Yeah. Jessie was mentioning something about that. We do actually need to have a talk, and I closed the door. And I think that's a really good place for that scene to end.
I feel like that's the perfect place for that scene to end.
Sorry to make you follow that one. Kimberly, got anything?
Do you want a one-on-one scene with me? I'm giving them out for free before I leave.
No, I'm okay, but thanks, so. I think, as always, after such a big endeavor, Kimberly comes home and is instantly in trouble. They don't know why. It's instantly in trouble. And I think the rest of the school is obviously meet out with like definitely going to school, definitely doing the after school lessons, and then coming straight home and working in the chip shop because until whatever's going on stops. That's it. So it's kind of a schedule, which is fine. I like working in the chip shop. That's okay. But there's that bit in between school and between the school and the chip shop where I'm like, and then having to like do the letters and stuff. But one day, maybe it's the last day, and I will go to the head teacher, and like I presume we are in his office and stuff, and I go, "I know you're trying to help me, and I appreciate it that I've not been the most difficult student to work with. So," and I pull out a piece of Tupperware, and I put it in front, and I go, "I don't know if you like blancmange, but I've tried really hard, and I think it's the most exciting of all the desserts I've made. And I'd hope that we could just not do any work this time, but just talk about next year and whether or not I might do things differently. Like if the football stuff doesn't work out, which obviously it absolutely will, but maybe if I could talk to someone who's like into like apprenticeships for baking or stuff like that. Because I don't think I'll ever be good at the usual maths and readings and the writings and the letters and stuff. But I'm pretty good with my hands and my feet. And I've been down a very dark road recently. And I need to stop myself. Because as my good friend Jessie said, I've taken a bit of a turn, and I want to do right by them and by my friends. Put my hands out. I think I need to do time. I'm ready to accept my punishment. As long as it's not reading letters or writing.
Well, Kimberly, I don't know that you deserve a punishment of any sort.
I took someone's tooth.
I don't know what that means. But I know that you have been doing well with these lessons. You have been attending regularly. You have been showing improvement. And I do know, and he opens a drawer and takes out a small spoon, that looks absolutely delicious. Takes a little bite.
This one definitely has sugar in this time.
Mmm.
Not salt.
Mmm. Well, Miss Jotterbug, I have to say, that is an exceptional dessert.
Thank you.
We shall do some letters today, but then, yes, we shall talk.
Okay. This is the worst punishment.
Okay.
Jessie.
All right.
How do you lead into the summer? What are you thinking?
I think Jessie has a voice. I think Jessie is with more time on their hands is going to probably attempt to reach out to their mom or their dad. Their dad is so close and yet so far away. I think he's gonna try to reach out to his dad a bit.
Okay. What does that look like? Is that quality time? Is it little acts around the house?
Yeah, I think he'll make an effort to spend a bit more time with their dad. Mostly Jessie would spend time holed up in their room, just, listening to music and being with their own thoughts. And I think when his dad is home, he's going to try. It's very awkward at first. Much like the last time they sat in a room with pizza and beer. But I think eventually Jessie one evening is just going to say, Dad, you know when I asked you about Mom, what you knew you liked about her?
Yeah, I remember.
I think I might like someone.
Well, that's normal. That's fine. That's good. That's great. Who? No, you don't have to tell me who. God, okay. Do they know? Do you want them to know?
Well, it's sort of, we're in this weird place. Because she tried to kiss me one time, and then I kind of backed off. Uh, then now we're kind of in this limbo, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Whoa, I got nothing. Just be yourself. Go get her. Go get her, kid, if that's what you want.
You think that's...
If that's what you want, just be upfront, be honest. Do be as though it's cringe, but it's true. You're great. You are. Anyone would be lucky to have you. If you want it, go and get it.
If I but like how? How is the go get it happening?
Is it
Like, what
someone...
did you do to go get Mom?
I cannot tell you that story. Please don't ask again.
Okay.
Okay, is she the kind of person that you can do like a grand gesture for, or is it more an everyday sort of relationship? Like how...
Well, I think that's why we're in limbo, because it might mess up the friend group.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Okay.
What are you saying about?
No, nothing at all.
None. That's not a nothing.
I don't want to make you uncomfortable, bud, but yeah, she seems the kind to appreciate a romantic gesture.
Who do you think
I
it is?
couldn't possibly guess, Annabeth. It's look, I'm not trying to make you like look. She might like a gesture. She might like a declaration, you know? Or she might just appreciate you being there whenever she needs you. And you can do that. You're great at that.
Okay. I can do a gesture.
Yeah.
I can totally...
You know what you should do. You know what you should do. Do you know what is so... It's cringe. She'll love it. You should write her a song.
Dad, I'm kind of shit at lyrics.
That moment, the phone rings. And the phone doesn't often ring in your house. And your dad kind of looks at you and goes, okay, one sec. And he gets up and he heads over to the phone. Picks up. Hello? Hi. Yeah. No, good. Yeah, we're good. We're just... Uh-huh. Well, that's good. Yeah, he's right here. You wanna... Sure, yeah, of course. I'll go take a walk. Yeah. Okay, one sec. Jesse, it's your mom.
Jesse looks at the phone for a long 3 seconds and then slowly gets up, takes it from his dad. Hi, Mom.